Hi. I continue the theme of yesterday's issue. Nobody is in a hurry to share with us how to make our way up in the social hierarchy. Information is constantly being sold to us only from a part of the picture of this world. Only one or two puzzles from her. Oh, again, you don't understand how to get rich, or something doesn't work out. Well, good. Only for you, only today, and if you buy now, it will not cost you $100,000, but only $1,000. And in honor of the birthday of my cat, I give you a discount. Total you $500. Do you agree? Super. Here is another puzzle from the life map. And again, you do not have a complete map. Most teachers will never sell us a complete picture. One can only guess why this is so. Either they don't specifically share this knowledge in order to stay at the top of the hierarchical structure and you would never be able to press them there. Either they themselves did not understand how they were upstairs. It may be purely accidental by coincidence of circumstances independent of them. And because of this, they are supposedly physically unable to share this with the world. Be that as it may, the science of how to win a place under the sun on planet Earth is no one in a hurry to put us on a saucer. The closest book on this topic is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. But in spite of such proximity, this is far from the very knowledge we all need so much. Having it, we are more likely to survive in the rear of the enemy, rather than where we are now in peacetime. And we need a strategy and tactics of growth, not survival. And therefore, for the lack of adequate sources of this information, many years ago I had no choice but to start putting together all the puzzles of the picture of the world in which we live in a web of relations between the entities of our intricate multidimensional social hierarchy. In my videos, I just share with the world all that I managed to find. Many success gurus say little that the true problem of growth may lie not in the limitations of our skills, not in the ability to work effectively and hard, but in the limitations imposed on us by our external environment. The fact is that we come to a world that has already been created by someone. And everything that was created in the world, usually it was not created for us, but for the one who created it. They don't even know about us. They built what they now have for themselves, and for their children. And they did not think to share this with us. That is why only the rules that they wrote for us before us reach us, so that we have only what they consider necessary for us. And this is quite normal. Being in their place, we would behave the same way. But we often want to take their place. Do you think they are ready to share it with you? I am sure that they are not ready. And therefore, we will certainly rest our head in our growth in those very rules that will magically leave us at our current level. The fact that everyone has equal opportunities is a myth that looks away from the fact that there are laws and rules in the world, not understanding how to use which you will rest your head against the so-called glass ceiling. During my life I managed to work in different structures. And in small companies and large international corporations. As an example, you can take any of the stories related to how my personal growth usually rested on the ass of his boss, who was above me. Yes. The obvious truth of life in corporations is that no matter who you are, in a hierarchy you always bump your forehead into someone's ass, which may not allow you to stick out much. And even more so, she will not let you grow until she is personally interested in this. Or if the ass, which sits even higher, is not interested. but a wealth of life experience suggests that jumping over the ass of his boss sometimes ends very poorly. Many understand this wisdom and therefore sit in corporations without tangible growth for years. But today it's not about corporations. With this example, I just wanted you to more clearly feel the limitations imposed by the rules and levels. For the same reason, it is usually difficult to grow in almost any environment. Whatever you do and wherever you do it, you will always have the very limitations that will not allow you to grow as you would like. But I will ask you a question, the answer to which will be the key to solving the riddle on the topic of how to start faster and, most importantly, guaranteed to grow, and that the ass on top does not bother you. Probably many thought that the secret was to become the highest ass. In general, this is a good solution. But I think it will cost you dearly. As for money, as for the applied forces, and for time. Unless, of course, your last name, for example, is not Bush, or Clinton is not. But back to the key question. It sounds like this: what needs to be done in the conditions of existence in the hierarchy in order to have comfortable and interesting responsibilities and have access to the resources you need? Write your thoughts in the comments. Well, the correct answer will definitely be in my videos. Yes, my riddles make many angry. I know it. But people have one feature. Psychological. People very often do not appreciate free advice, which means they never follow it. Despite all their simplicity, obviousness, and effectiveness, they are often forgotten. Especially against the background of bright marketing campaigns about magic pills for all diseases. And I would like my information to be valuable to you and that you implement this knowledge. They came to me with sweat and blood. And so I really appreciate them. And since you don't pay me money for them, I don't know how to create this value, except for you to pay for it with a small amount of time that you need to spend on finding the right answers in my next videos. Moreover, it is really worth it. See you later.